Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. I want to put some makeup on. I want to chit chat. I am tired. I need to wake up. I need to put some makeup on. I feel like I'm looking a little pale and flat. We are gonna fix that. We have some makeup to play with. Let's jump into it. Y'all, we are not going to be talking about the makeup too much today. I'll tell you what I use as we go, but I want to chat about my recent Vegas trip. I am going to be telling you about the Singe beauty brushes I am using as we go. These are new, if you didn't know. My friend Angelica Nyqvist has her own beauty brand, Singe Beauty, and I want to use her brushes. I want to use these. She's been working so hard on these. I'm like pumped that they're finally here. So I'm gonna be mixing 2 shades of foundation today because custom mixing, and my face is looking so pale. I need to wake up. I'm just going to kind of spread my foundation on with her new brush. Yeah, that's a good color for us. This is the F101. And I'm using my Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Longwear Foundation, breathable, soft, matte. I did already put on primer. I had on this one, Essence Poreless Partner Primer, mattifying, blurring. And then this, I'm mixing shade 9.5 and 11.2. These both have olive undertones. I really like that Makeup Revolution came out with olive undertones, because you do not see that often at a drugstore price point. So I have enjoyed those since I got them. But let's talk about my Vegas trip, because if you didn't know, I recently went to Las Vegas. And you may be asking yourself, why do we care? Maybe you don't. That's okay. I'm still going to be doing makeup. So if you don't care, that is 100% fine. But I went to Vegas with several other creators. I went with Creators and Friends. They have an Instagram account. If you want to look up Creators and Friends, I've tagged them in my stories. But basically, it's just about like content creators and friends who want to get together, you know, and hang out. They plan it, okay? They plan it, Samantha and Simbri, and I met a lot of people, and I will just go ahead and say, I'm sorry, I'm not good with names, and I'm scatterbrained, and if I forget to talk about anybody, it's my fault. It's my fault for being tired when I'm filming this and for being scatterbrained. But Samantha, let me look at the foundation. Let me look before I move on. Samantha and Simbri kind of put this together, but it's for like creators to get together, to hang out, to have a good time. Tower 28 concealer. And they say like contact them on Instagram if you are a creator and you want to hear about events. I heard about the trip, got invited, and originally I was like, no, I can't go. December? I'm busy. I'm always busy in December. I am a homeschool mom. We're trying to wrap up the end of the year, get our things done before the semester ends. Like, I'm very busy. And just other things that were going on. Well, it's been stressful around here lately. Lots of just different things going on in my life, and it ended up working out. After I had said no, plans changed and I was able to go. So I asked my sister-in-law, do you want to go to Vegas with me? And within a minute of me sending the text, I get a text back that was like, yes. Yes. So that's that. We went to Vegas. I booked us flights. I let Kelly and Angie know. Is this not beautiful for concealer? Like, stop, okay? This is pretty. Okay, all right. This is the FO2. But I let Angie and Kelly know we were coming. And we're like, perfect. Let's room together. So, for 3 nights, I got to room with my sister-in-law, with Kelly, with Angie, and it was just a really good time. Okay, so I'm just gonna set my under eye and T-zone and all with my Hourglass powder. This is the translucent medium veil powder, and I'm going to do that with my FO4 from Singe. But yeah, so we shared a room together. Ooh, I mixed up too much powder. We stayed at the Paris. I've never been to Vegas, okay? So let me just say, we flew to Vegas and it was exactly as I expected. It was like first impression, and even having been there a few days and staying, it was very over the top, very in your face. Casinos in the airport, if you've been, you know. I had never been though, but it was exactly what I thought it would be, exactly what I've seen on TV and the movies. We stayed at the Paris. When we passed by the Bellagio, I was like, oh, I know that because George Clooney and Brad Pitt robbed it in Ocean's 11. Like, I know that hotel. So everything I saw on TV, we got to see in real life. I'm like, wow, okay. It was very different, even flying in, looking like, it's so different from where I live. It's very, like the desert. I mean, it's very different from where I live. So I had a great time. I love to travel. That is my number 1 favorite thing. Okay, so now that I have my under eyes and stuff set with powder, I'm going to move over to the Dior Powder No Powder. So I just knocked stuff around, y'all. I set my under eye and all with the E04, and I'm going to buff in, like, my finishing powder, kind of set the rest of my face with my Dior Powder No Powder and my F05 from Singe. So we stayed at the Paris because when I was talking with Kelly, we were both like, we would really like to go to Vanderpump in Vegas. I have not watched the show recently. I didn't see the most recent season, but I watched the earlier seasons, and I really just like Lisa Vanderpump, and I haven't seen all of the Real Housewives, but I have seen her on that show here and there, and I'm like, I would really like to eat at Lisa's restaurant, and Kelly was like, me too. So Angie was like, I'll book the hotel, why don't we just stay at the Paris? I'm like, sure. I literally have no idea. And now that I've been to Vegas, I've been to Caesar, I've been to the MGM, I've been to the Bellagio, I've been to the Venetian. I'm really happy we stayed at Paris. I was like, oh, like, this has been my favorite hotel-wise that I've seen. So we had a great time. It's fun to room together. I'm like, that was so fun. We went to Hakkasan, the restaurant, and it was good. The food was good, and I really enjoyed. They have plenty of veggie options, and we saw Jonathan from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and that was cool. And I'm never gonna interrupt somebody when they're like out having fun with like whoever. Like, I'm not gonna go up to somebody and be like, oh my god, no. But I did like wave, and they waved back to me, and I was excited about that. I got to meet Hot Mess Tom, and I got to see my friend Amanda, Makeup Just for Fun again. I got to see Kelly Gooch and Lauren May Beauty, who I had met in Charleston, but I was super excited to get to talk to them again, and that was really cool. It was just such such a good time. And of course, Samantha and Simbri, and like I got to meet some new people and just hang out and have fun, and I really enjoyed that. I don't get to do that. That's not an everyday thing that I get to hang out with my friends, especially when so many of them live in so many different places. You know, it's not like I can go to Texas to see my bestie Angie every other day. It's not like we can just grab lunch together. So I just really, really enjoy when we get to travel and see each other and spend time together. I mean, yes, I do have video chat to chat with my friends. I chat with Kelly like several times a week. I chat with Angie several times a day. But it's just so nice to be able to see my friends in person. And I'm so thankful for that. And I'm thankful to have friends who like to travel like me. Because, you know, not everybody likes to travel. I get it. I love it. And not just me, like outside of just YouTube, because I don't want you to be like, oh, you love to travel with YouTube. No, like my husband and I love to travel. My son, amazing traveler. Like when I say an amazing traveler, from the time he was much younger, he's been on 16-hour flights. Like he loves to travel. It's our favorite. I want to do my brows, and then maybe we can talk about Saturday, because that was Friday. Friday we flew in. It was good. It was good. Let me tell you though. Okay, let me tell you this before I move on to brows. I had like the timing of things wrong because of like the time change. You know, I'm going to from Central Time to Pacific Time, and then I don't know, like I wasn't reading things correctly. My bad. So I'm like telling my sister-in-law, I'm on the phone. I'm like, listen, I know we don't normally travel in makeup, but we're going to have to get off the plane. We're going to drop our bags at the hotel. We're going to have like 10 minutes, and then we got to be at dinner and blah, blah. I was like, so like, get ready. No, like we had more than enough time, but me, okay? Me, not thinking right. So we get to the hotel. We have plenty of time, but I'm like, I already did my makeup. Like I'm not washing my makeup off. It looks fine. I touched up with a little like blotting sheet and powder. We're good to go. Reapply lip gloss. So we wait for Kelly. She gets there. On the trip, I packed with me my collab palettes, of course, my Adept and Unearthly. But before we left, I primed my eyes with my MAC paint pot, and I wore Ensley Rain Lands of Enchantment. I wore a holochrome. My makeup looked so good. I'm telling you, my makeup was on probably 20, no, not completely 24 hours, maybe something like 20 hours. And not only did I look at my makeup and say, wow, the holochrome is holochroming, several people asked me, what is on your eyes? What is on your eyes? What is on your eyes? And I'm like, let me tell you. So I was impressed, okay? The MAC paint pot, the Ensley Rain, they kept me together. They kept me looking nice. The Fenty Eavesdrop, it was all working for me. Did I tell you I used my Pat McGrath bronzer? I used my FO3 brush. I'm going to fill in my brows, and I will be back, and now we'll talk about Saturday. I swear, whenever I do these chatty videos, I can never talk quickly. Like, I just talk too much. Even now, I'm doing it. Okay, so I filled in my brows. I'll just put what I used in the description box. But I'm just priming with my Sigma Ignite Eye Primer. Then I'll put it under my eyes as well. So, Saturday was the party. Like, it was the creators and friends party. The one thing we were like invited to Vegas for, right? Have any other plans for the day? So we went kind of shopping. We walked around. We explored. I say we went shopping. Nobody bought anything except for my sister-in-law because she made the mistake of going into Sephora with myself and Angelica Nykvist and K Bella Beauty. You think a civilian can go into Sephora with us three and not buy anything? It was fun. We smelled all the fragrance. Anyways, we kind of shopped, but we didn't buy anything. But we ate some really good food. Oh, that morning we actually ran in again to Hot Mess Tom. So they came to breakfast with us. We had a great, I say breakfast, it was more like brunch because it was pretty late. And then we just window shopped, I guess. We looked around. We went, I don't know, some of the days were together. I'm like, what did we do on what day? What did we do here? But we went to the Venetian. We did a gondola ride. That was fun. That was different. That was fun. I enjoyed it. We just saw things. We ate. We had a good time. I want to use my Blend Bunny palette. I don't know what I want to do though. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm thinking maybe we'll do something pinky. Maybe we'll go in with Empowered. We're just gonna do something, okay? We're gonna do Empowered. And what I may actually do is just pop the shade names up on the screen if I forget to hold up the palette. But that night was the party, and I was super excited because I got to see Rhonda, who's Hot Mess Mama MD. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that Rhonda and I collabed on a video years ago, and she's just always been super sweet, and I've only ever talked to her like through Instagram DMs and stuff like that, but she's always been so kind. So I was super excited to meet her, and when I tell you that woman is gorgeous, flawless. I was like, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. So I was super excited to meet her. I got to meet Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. I was so excited. I actually had a chance to like sit with her for a bit and talk, and I got to meet Beauty and the Frizz, Kara. If you don't follow her, she's been super sweet. And if you know Dr. Ash, like, it was a really fun. I got to meet a ton of people, but I really just had a good time. I got to talk more with Lauren and Lauren May Beauty and Kelly Gooch, which was really fun. We had seen Dolly Mama Beauty when we were on our like gondola ride at the Venetian, and of course she was there for the party, and just all around such a good night. So I'm just dipping into the shade underneath that hot pink too, and I kind of mixed it with that hot pink. So the shade Oxytocin, I love that name, that's fun. And I'm just gonna blend under. But that was a good time. The party was really well done. Samantha and Simbri, they're good. Like, they're good. But after that, there was another like cocktail bar type night, and I really enjoy a good mocktail. I'm always down. So we went there and just had a good time, just hanging out, enjoying being around each other. Like I said, it's not all the time I get to just hang out with some friends. So we did that. We had a good time. But at the party, they had plenty of food. They had so much food, but I was not paying attention to the time. I was so busy talking that I did not eat at all at the party, and I regret it because the food looked so good. But I noticed later on in the night, I was like, I'm hungry. Well, thankfully, we're in a Las Vegas casino, so I had options even at whatever time it was, like midnight, close to 1 a.m., I don't know. So I used these two shades, this one and then just a touch of this one, but I actually want to pull in, no, do I want to, yeah, maybe just like a touch of yellow, okay, just a touch of yellow. And so, like I said, we had options as to what we could eat. Before I was using an EO2, and now I'm using an EO6. So my sister-in-law and I were like, listen, we told Angie and Kelly, we're still here, but we are going to get some food, and we found some nachos and some agua fresca. Like, there was a stand open it, and when I say nachos, like, they were the good nachos, because sometimes it's just like hot melty cheese, like the kind you might order at a middle school dance, and they're not great, but you'll take it. Or sometimes they may be like pre-made, sitting under a warmer, and they all have meat on them, which I don't eat. So we go up, I'm like, do you have nachos? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you have vegetarian? They're like, yeah, whatever you want. So we had good nachos, like beans, and I think there was like avocado and tomatoes and peppers, and they were delicious. Also, we were very hungry, so I got like mango water. It was good. So we were like, okay, we didn't play any slot machines, but we sat at the slot machines and ate our nachos and enjoyed. And it was a great time. It was such a great time. I'm like, me and my sister-in-law get to hang out. We don't have no kids around. We don't have nowhere to be. We just get to sit and talk and be with our friends, which was really fun. Okay, before we talk more, I'm going to be using the BellaBeauteBar Angles of Illumination palette. This is their newest palette. I do have the Angles of Illumination 3. I really love that one, but this is their newest version. I think they said this one's going to be permanent, and they did send this to me. It is launching on Friday. I will put all the information in the description box like everything else, and I do have an affiliate code with BellaBeauteBar. It is Heather if you're interested in this one, but I do want to pop up swatches for you and close up. I tried to show you the shift because this is all like shimmer duochrome. I think there's a multi-chrome, like really, really pretty. I'm interested to use this palette on the eyes because I noticed a few shades I didn't feel like were the like BellaBeauteBar formula that I expect. I do feel like this is what I expect from BellaBeauteBar, so I'm interested to play with it on the eyes. I do think it all swatched out beautifully, but we shall see. We're going to play with it on the eyes. I am not going to use any additional primers. I'm just going to spray my brush after I pick up the shadow, but I really like the shade selection in here. When I swatched it, I kind of liked this shade. Mimic stood out to me, and these 4 down here at the bottom kind of stood out to me. So those are the ones I'm kind of most attracted to. Radiance also kind of stood out to me. But I think what we'll do is shape shift and then maybe a little bit of luminescence. Those are the ones that we're going to play with right now. So Sunday, we all slept in. We were not about waking up early. We were not about getting going super early, nothing like that. We took it easy, and then we met up with Amanda, Makeup Just for Fun, and her husband for lunch. They had made some lunch reservations, and we actually got to meet up with Steph and her friend, Steph's Beauty Stash. Steph was not able to make it to the party, which I was so sad about, but I was very happy she was able to come, and we were at least able to see her for a little bit during lunchtime, because I I'm like, I love Steph's videos. We've chatted briefly on Instagram, so I really wanted to meet her. I'm glad we got to, but we spent a long time doing that. We went shopping some more. Again, not buying anything, just looking. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, luminescence. That is really pretty. Oh, I like that. Okay, I really like that. And then Sunday night, I told y'all earlier, I wanted to go to Vanderpump, so we went to Vanderpump and we got to eat there. And I have to say, if you're ever in Vegas and you're like looking for a restaurant recommendation, the food was amazing. I had a lot of food, okay? I had a lot. They had tons of veggie options. And then I also like sampled other people's food. I'm like, I want to taste that. I want to try that. And it was great. I had another mocktail. They had great mocktails. And overall, 10 out of 10 recommend. It was just a great time. Great food. Enjoyed very much. All right, I am going to throw on a little bit of eyeliner and a little lash. I think I'm going to go for a not too dramatic lash. I think I'm just going to use my Sigma Love Struck, and then I will come back. Okay, liner and a lash are on. I am going to use my GlamLite Garfield blush palette. I think I'm just going to mix these two shades together. I'm going to use the highlighter. I'm not going to mix the highlighter because there's only one. And I'm going to use my Singe brushes. I'm going to use the F06 for blush and the F07 for my highlight. So that was my Vegas trip. It was really, really fun. If you are a creator and you are interested in anything like this, you can message creators and friends on Instagram. Gosh, that blush is so pretty to me. So pretty to me. And I'm looking forward to hopefully more traveling in 2024. We will see what the year holds. I would love to know though. Have you been to Vegas? What did you love about Vegas? What would you recommend if I ever get to go again? I really like this blush, and I like how kind of like glowy I'm looking. I used that mattifying foundation, but then using the Tower 28 concealer, which is not matte, it's kind of like a skin-like finish, and then this Hourglass powder is a little not glowy, but it definitely has like a really pretty kind of skin-like ness to it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I need to highlight. I really love this brush right here specifically because I remember distinctly a long time ago, I told Angie, hey, next time you make brushes, I was like, I have a request. I was like, I want something like this, but better. And she was like, oh, look at this. And she had like the brush she was working on. And I was like, mind reader. So Allie Glines sent her Allie Glines makeup bags to the event. And shooketh. I was so excited. So she sent her bags, and she also sent her Rave Beauty lipsticks. So we're going to use Tulip today. I have not used these yet, so this is going to be a first impression. I'm going to line my lips first with my Lawless lip liner. Ah, I feel like I look so glowy, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Let's try these, though. I like this packaging. Like, it looks kind of luxe. I know these are supposed to be, like, sheer, hydrating. So let's see. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you are having a good one. I hope you will subscribe. I have lots of content planned, lots of content coming. I'm definitely going to be playing with the Angles of Illumination palette more, but I like the shades we used today. I feel super great in my look. I hope you are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon in another one. Bye!